looks like we're back on Amazon, but the YouTube stream is not, let's see. I think we're starting back up again. So I think we're back, I think. And I got to look back now and see where we last left off on things here. All right, let me cycle the YouTube stream real quick and see if we'll come back. Because we're still going on Amazon, so that's good. All right, so let me play it by ear here, whether or not we can continue for much longer. It's just my lot in life, everybody. And I'm just trying to figure out how to get this thing to charge here. My stream is like super bad. So YouTube is giving me red. So I'm assuming the Amazon stream is just as bad. So why isn't this charging here? So let's take a look here. Okay. Oh, it's a light. Oh, it's got like a light on there. Look at that. I might just like redo the whole the whole overview of this thing. All right. So how do we get the wireless charger to work? So I'm putting this down on top of here and nothing's happening. So I'm guessing there's got to be like some kind of, so I turned it on. All right, so let's take a look at the manual. How do I charge the hotline? Okay. How do I charge devices with the hotline 16? When the unit is in battery charge, plug your device into, tap the power button until the LED light turns on indicating, okay, so hang on, I'm just trying to figure this out. So that blue light, so there's a blue light here on the top, and that blue light, if I hit that, that should be the wireless charger kicking on. So let's try this here real quick. So my iPhone doesn't like it, and I'm guessing it's because the case is on, which doesn't bode well, because typically things charge just fine on here. Oh, there it goes. It got it. All right, so now it's charging. So let's take a look at that. So it's charging here. So let's pull it off. And then we'll put it back on. There it goes. Okay. All right, so let me see what I can salvage from the unboxing part here, because we had the loss of the connection. So my connection, by the way, is super bad today for some reason, so you might lose me again. But I will keep you posted here. So power bank, unbox, and let's go and take a look and see what we can salvage out of the unboxing part. So let's play that back real quick. So let me start the recording, 3, 2, 1. All right, so let's take this thing out of the box and see what it looks like. So this is the manual, and again, it's modeled after one of the old Walkmans, I think the original Walkman. Now this company, Replitronics, it says, warning, do not put any metal. It looks like a Walkman, but check it out. It's got wireless charging up to 10 watts here. So that's pretty cool. It says, warning, do not put any metal or magnetic parts on or beside the wireless output when charging. So make note of that. So let's peel off the sticker here. Now this is not a working tape deck, but the buttons all work and the sliders work, but they don't do anything as far as I know. So normally I think this would be the eject button on the Walkman. I never actually had a real Walkman. I had a Panasonic one, which was similar looking, but not the same. And then also in the box here, we get a USB Type-C charging cable. And I got to check and see what the, okay, so I know we're going to cut it there. So we're going to cut it right after the USB charging cable. So I'm just going to make a note of that. And then we'll continue onward here. Yeah, so what happens with my internet connection is that I go for weeks without a problem, and then things go kaput. So let's see here. Okay, so now we're going to come back on me, and it looks like, I'm just trying to see like what the maximum Type-C output is on this thing. So 12 volts, 1.5 amps. So it'll go a little beyond, so let's see, 9 volts, 2 amps is what? How many watts is that? 9 volts, 2 amps in watts. So let me do a quick little conversion calculator here. So we'll say 9 volts, 2 amps, it should be about what, 18 watts. Okay, so it should do about 18 watts. And if we say 12 volts, 1.5 amps, yeah, 18 watts, okay. And I'm guessing it's going to share that, so, all right. All right, so let's pick it up from here, and then we'll go from there. 3, 2, 1. Now the power bank can output 18 watts total. It's got a 16,000 milliamp hour battery inside. So this is kind of like one of those little booster batteries you can get, but has some 80s styling to it. Again, nothing works on here beyond just the power stuff. Now you've got a power button here, and when you push it once, it will activate the charger. And then when that blue light is lit up, that will let you know that you can use the wireless charging functionality. If you hold down the button here, it'll light up a little light that it's got on there, kind of like a little cell phone flashlight thing, but it's built in. That could probably run for quite a while on your battery here. You've got an input and output for USB-C, so you can charge it either over USB-C or over the micro USB connector here, although it'll charge faster through USB Type-C. It supports QC 3.0, so if you've got a fast charging phone, you can charge it faster through the USB port here, and it supports USB-C power delivery, so your phone that can charge faster should charge faster plugged into any one of those ports on here, so that's good. The wireless charger here goes up to 10 watts, and the power is shared, so if you have something charging wirelessly, it's going to share that overall power output of 18 watts with one of the other ports there, so you don't get to double up your power output here. So what I'm going to do is just turn this on, and then we're going to take my iPhone out with a case on and make sure that it can charge. So let's put that down on top, and there you go. It charged up right away, and that's going off the battery here. So depending on your phone, you'll probably get an extra charge or two out of it. It's certainly not the most portable power bank I've seen. It really is the same size as a Walkman, so I think it's more of a fashion statement than it is something efficient in its size, but I think it looks pretty cool, and if you're looking to get a gift for somebody that is into some of this retro stuff, this is a pretty cool looking device that can do some charging of phones in the modern era, even though it can't play any cassette tapes. I think if it was a cassette player, it would be like the killer device. Can you imagine how long you could play your cassettes for on this with that big battery in there? But that is not the case here, but overall, pretty fun little battery charger here from Replitronics. We'll have to keep an eye on what else they come up with. They look like they've got a real knack for this sort of thing, and I think it's pretty cool. That's going to do it for now. Until next time, this is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching. All right. I didn't want to get too far into the technical weeds on this one just because it's a power bank. That looks like an 80s thing. So yeah, I'm so frustrated with my internet connection. It just doesn't, it's just a constant source of frustration. Because it's not consistent. It'd be one thing like if it was always bad, but I'll go weeks with it being great, and then it like does what it's doing today. And I'm like in the red right now. And of course, I have a call in a little while to potentially like run somebody's vMix thing remotely. And now like can you imagine what it's going to be like when I have the call to test this? So yeah, hopefully producer Jake has a better connection where he is. So no, I emailed Comcast yesterday because I haven't heard from them in like a week. And so where we left it was I agreed to offer to help find other people on the route to see if, to see if maybe there's somebody that can also make use of the thing. But I'm just checking my email now, and I have not seen. Yeah, they haven't responded to me yet, so I don't know what's going on with that connection. I mean, it's going to take 90 days from, I think they're still doing their survey and stuff, so that might be what he's waiting on. And they could be, just struggling with some of their logistics also. So we'll have to see. By the way, it's really nice outside today where I live. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the next set of items here. Get these done, and we'll take a look at those in a second. Now, yeah, so one thing that Paul says might be a good disguise so people won't nick it. That's right, unless somebody's a Walkman collector, right? Because if you see this thing, you're going to say, what is this old piece of junk sitting around here for? It would have been cool if they could, like, even if they put like a radio in here, wouldn't that have been cool? I mean, it would have driven the cost up a little bit, but I still think it's, yeah, it's kind of a fun little gag gift. So there you go. My sister loves this kind of stuff. So maybe I'll give this to her for a present at some point. Okay. So Nick Can says, in Ireland, they go from an okay complete internet to no internet for 3 weeks. Yeah, it's, you know, what it is that they're trying to make the internet work through old technology. You know, you got your DSL connection, which has, you know, you have your DSL, which is, you know, old copper phone lines and all that good stuff. All right, so now we're going to take a look at a pair of little docks. And I think I'm going to do these individually just because they're from different companies. And these things actually are identical. And I'll take them each out of the box. And these are for the iPad. So I may go get a little USB stick. So let me show you what I'm doing here. So these are, this is a iPad Pro USB-C hub. Now there's a huge price difference between this one and this other one we're going to unbox, but they are exactly, like they offer the same exact port replication. So this one is $22, which I think is very reasonably priced for an iPad accessory. And then this one, which is the exact same thing, except it has like some guides on here that likely won't work with your, I mean, this is exactly the same thing. And this one is twice the price. It costs twice as much. Can you believe that? Now, okay, so the only difference I'm seeing, okay, so there is one difference. There is one difference. So the HyperDrive one has a USB 3 connector, and this one is USB 2. That is the only difference between these two devices. Otherwise, they are identical. And to be honest, I don't know if you're going to get any more speed out of, you know, are you really going to need that much on your iPad, right? So what do we have to test on this one? So we've got to test the, and I don't even know how I'm going to test the speed. Oh, I know how I could test the speed. I could use my Ethernet adapter. Watch this. We're going to do a little trick here. So we could do an iPerf test on this. And so this one, let me show you the only other difference here, is that this one has like these little clamps that kind of lock it in. And I don't know why like they have those, because if you have a big case on your iPad, then this is not going to work very well. So I'm already feeling like it. Yeah, so that's that. And we can actually test the speed with an iPerf test that we can do. So I can install there's an endpoint for my, for iPerf that I can install on here. So let me find that real quick. And then we should be able to play around with this a little bit. This is Wi-Fi Perf is what I'm looking for. And these are for the iPad Pro. Now what's interesting though is that I could plug this in. So let's try it out on something else here. So this is the Lenovo Duet that we reviewed the other day. I don't think we need the keyboard right now. So this will not, neither one will really fit on here very well. I guess it could fit on there. Yeah, both of them kind of fit on there. So this is the Lenovo Duet tablet. And these will work on more than just the iPad. But of course, depending on where the location of the port is will vary your success rate here. But let's see if we can figure out the bandwidth. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug in my Ethernet adapter that I just dropped. And I'm going to set up my Mac to connect to it. And so we'll test and see if we can get the speed. Because on USB 3, which this one is claiming to have, on USB 3, we should be able to get the full gigabit